Shalom, y'all. This yall, which y'all should know already, but I'm on my way to check out my cousin's heater. So I'm making this video so talk about this coronavirus and some other things. The main thing is this virus is getting serious. It really is. It's getting really serious, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually getting a little scared, and it's not for me, really, it's for other people. That's what's scaring me, and I'll tell you why. So, me and my wife, we're separated, we're in two different homes or whatever, and she doesn't want to hear anything about this at all. Even when, like, one time she told herself trying to challenge me in the scriptures, and I ripped it to shreds, and so I don't know if y'all know this, but you can say you're the man of the house, but men don't have no say-so in their homes. Like, I know in my house, it was like fighting tooth and nail. Only thing that was allowed to go was what she wanted. It wasn't about, I could say something, but then if she didn't like it, she would just override it, and then she would yell and scream so much. I just was like, look, I'm just not the one to be sitting there fighting and arguing with no woman. I can't do that. That's too much. It's too much strain on me. So my fear right now. Before, let me go back a little bit. So we separated, and right now we ain't speaking at all because of something that happened. But it wasn't about her hand. It wasn't about my hand. But what happened? It kind of the Most High showed me something, and I was. First, I was just like, wow, that's crazy. I couldn't figure out why it did happen, but it did. And then once it did happen, he just revealed stuff to me, and it had me shocked. I mean, I was shell shocked for real. So, So at the time when me and her separated, I was really upset, and I was pissed because this ain't the first time that with this situation it happened again. So I was pissed, and I had texted Judah because he was the only brother that I could talk to, because when I first got awoke, I tried to join every camp there was, and the Most High was not going for it. He would not allow me to join any camp. Those guys wouldn't return my call. They wouldn't answer the phone. There was nothing. The Most High was not going for it at all. So he kept me shielded from what they're about to get, which I ain't mad. And then once I started studying, and I always studied, but when the Most High started putting in my mind that we're the people in the land is ours, and we're the Indians, and and the Maya and the Incas, and all the different advanced nations that were here, it kind of made me look at them as like, well, why are they not looking into these books? I started thinking like that. These books are right there. If I can get it, I know they can get it. So that kind of just made me not even want to be bothered with them. I didn't even want to look at their videos after that, because it was just I felt like they were up to something, trying to destroy the awakening. And so while I'm going off, I talked to Judah, and he literally, he told me what was going on. He said, the Most High is separating a lot of families, and it's not pretty. He's really separating people. He don't want you with these this wicked woman, he's going to separate you from her. And I was like, wow, because she would not listen to nothing I had to say about the scripts. Nothing. I mean nothing. She is a hardcore Christian. Don't know nothing about the scriptures at all. The pastor don't even know nothing. He just know the same sermons that he say every year or whatever, and same song, same stuff. They don't know nothing. You know, they read a scripture and then they talk about a car accident they got in, or somebody dropped the mail and a check in their mailbox for $1,000, and they wouldn't cash a check that they don't even know who it came from, which don't make no sense. But you know, stuff like that. So, you know, I was teaching my son, you know, my youngest son that was there, and then, you know, my wife, she wasn't going for it. She didn't want me to tell them anything. I mean, it was just crazy. So, you know, we separated or whatever, and you know, when that happened, I was upset. And Judah, he did a good part by, you know, calming me down and stuff like that. So I praise the brother for that. I really take my hat off to him, because he didn't have to call my phone back. You know, he told me he was with his family, and I explained to him what was on my mind, and the brother called me. You know, so at this point, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with as much clarity as possible for a lot of brothers, and well, I haven't heard nothing negative on some sisters, but a lot of brothers. And I'm gonna say this, you know, they got a lot to say about this brother. They say a lot of negative stuff. At one point they was going attacking this man's family and everything, and they call themselves righteous, right? But when I was contacting them camps and going through what I was going through at the time, you know, I was having problems because I was torn. I didn't know what to do, because I got all this information flooding into my head about what's really happening to our people. And then I got what's going on in our face, which was a lie. You know, it was deception. And when I got in a bad place mentally, this man did not know me from a can of spray paint. All he knew was my name was Yahoo, and my birth name is Greg, right? So if you look on my YouTube page, it's Yahoo Yehuda, but my real name is Greg. And you know, he'll say my real name, you know, when he's doing videos, or I, you know, send him something that, you know, he can use on a video or something like that. And this brother was spending time with his family, and I told him what was going on with me, and this brother stopped what he was doing with his family and called my phone to make sure I was good, and you know, talked to me about, because I guess he heard it in the text, or visited in the text of what I sent him, because I was really upset. And these dudes sit here and say this stuff about this man, and this man literally did what the Most High say that we're supposed to do. We're supposed to look out for our brothers and sisters and help them when they in need. They don't help nobody. So like I told you, after, you know, I told him this before, but even afterwards, if anything he needs, I will help. And anybody else in this family too. I try to express that to everybody. If you need help and I got it, I will help you. And so, as far as I'm concerned, that's a brother. These guys that's sitting here cussing at people, calling people names, doing all the stuff they doing, they're not brothers. They're not brothers, because when I was reaching out to these camps and I was telling them what was going on and how I felt, they didn't care. They hung up. You see what I'm saying? These dudes hung up on me a couple times. So, no, I'm good. You know, I got a brother now. I got a lot of brothers. So that's where, you know, I'm at with it as far as when it comes to, you know, the negative stuff that people had to say about Judah, because he's none of that. You know, he's none of what they say. So I'm just up here and I'm telling y'all something that nobody knew about, and I'm expressing it to people because it needs to be known that this brother literally called me and took away from spending time with his children and his wife because he seen that I was in need, and he called and he helped and he talked to me and he told me what was going on because I was confused and I did not know what to do. I really didn't. And my little feelings was hurt at the time, you know, because I was really trying to do the right thing, but the Most High didn't want this to happen, you know. And don't know what he's gonna do in the future, but I know at this time, I know for sure that the Most High was taking care of this situation. So that's what that was. That's what has happened. And so, but now to get into what I'm actually making a video about is that, you know, I've tried to teach my sons. You know, of course, my wife went against everything, and if any man really know. If you know, when women go against the man in the house, it's hard for the children to listen to the man, because a lot of women go against men hard. I mean, really hard. I mean, they make it like they're in a street fight to stop what you are trying to enforce or to build on your children. So I've tried to teach all my sons the same thing, and you know, I've got the same result from their parents, their mother. So that's where I'm scared. Number one, I don't want to see my my wife perish in this plague or the other plagues that's going to come. I don't want to see my children perish in these plagues. And to be honest with you, it's killing me, because if any of us are really paying attention to what's really going on, even though they're trying to cover it up, this is not, it's not funny, it's not a game, this is real. The Most High is moving, and it seems like ever since we were praying as a collective, he's moving. I mean, even the storms and the things that he's doing on the other side of the world is getting worse. And I might not even have any children after the Most High finish what he's going to finish. I might not even have not one child. All my kids may be taken. My wife might be taken. You know? And, you know, I don't, like, with me, a lot of people do a lot of stuff because of circumstances and because of other people. You know, what they say, what they, you know, it's not hard to manipulate somebody, especially nowadays. So I'm not mad. And then it could have been her, you know, having an emotional reaction. You know, a lot of women do react emotionally the wrong way. You know, but the main thing is I'm scared because she won't listen. You know, I mean, and then, you know, she'll mock me too. You know, I'll tell her, oh, listen, it's going to be a bad year this year. Oh, you said that last year. You know, it's that church. You know, that wicked church. But you know, a lot of people, the Most High may wake, cause you know, that remnant, the Most High may wake them up after he literally destroy everything they believe in, you know, because a lot of our people are really brainwashed. I mean, to the point where even if they see that this church is the reason why our people are the way they are, they won't believe it, you know? They won't believe it because they're brainwashed, you know? The church have done swallowed everything with them, you know? So all they know is what this church teach. And that could be a big part. So I know that he's gonna wake up, or a lot of them are gonna wake up after he literally decimates this whole false mess, because religion is nothing but a mess anyway. We don't have religion, we have a heritage. And you know, I just pray every day, you know, when we do our 9 o'clock prayer. Well, I pray in the morning, I pray in the afternoon at 12, and I do the 9 o'clock prayer because, you know, where I'm at. And I pray that he awake her, and, you know, he spare my children. Now, if she decides she want to be running around doing that churchy stuff after he done spared her and then showed her what's going on, then I don't know what to tell you then, you know? I really don't. Because now you're going against the creator. You know, and I'm cool. But yeah, that's what this video is about. I mean, it's bad, y'all. It's real bad. I mean, they're locking people in their homes. They're literally locking people in their bar. I went on that channel that Judah was speaking about last night, and I watched those videos. They are locking people in their homes. They're putting bars on their doors. I mean, they cannot leave their home. So if they didn't have any food, they're gonna starve to death. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta realize how wicked this is. And what the, like, that's crazy. And then I watched another video where the cab driver was driving a guy to the hospital, and once he found out that the man was at that Foshan, he threw him out. He threw the man out the car. And the bad thing is, the man was already in your car for almost 10 minutes, so if you got it, you got it. You know? Like, what you gonna do? Throwing him out ain't gonna save you, you know? Like, you just won't believe the selfishness of people, man. You can't believe how selfish people are, and just, you know, don't care about life. Don't care about if somebody live or die. They don't care. It's sad, man. It's really sad. So tonight, because I'm gonna do I was gonna do my reading last night, but I was working on, my sister got a steam boiler, and if anybody know about those, you know, those things, they have 2-inch pipes on them. So I had to break the return leg, the condensate leg, because it had a bad leak. So I had to take that out and, you know, put in a whole new run. And whew, that was some work. That was some work. So did that for my sister last night. I got home, I was hurting, body was done. So, you know, I wanted to make the video, but I was too hurt. I was really hurting. I had to go to sleep. So, you know, tonight I'm good. So I'm actually going to do something a little different. So I am going to read the 2 books, you know, but I'm also going to the video I made with the genie. I'm gonna still read that part of Solomon when he was trapping all the demons in these the containers, you know, and putting the seal of the Most High, which is the cross, the tile, that's the seal. That's what traps these demons and, you know, all these other entities in the vessels that Solomon was using. The cross is not the symbol of somebody being hung on it. It is a seal. That's what it is. So it's called a tile. So I'm going to read that. I'll probably read the whole thing because it literally goes from one demon all the way down to Beelzebub, which is the head demon. And, you know, he spoke to him, and I think that's the one that told him about the calamity that's going to come upon us, which has. And, you know, we go from there, and then I'll get into the book I was reading, the Conquistadors, and the one with the roots and the remedies and stuff. So I'll get into that. But it was something else I wanted to say. It was something Judah brung out, and tag, I hate when stuff slip my mind, but it was something he brung out, and I know it had something to do with the reading I was going to do. You know, I can't remember what it was, y'all, and I had it on the tip of my tongue. I actually was going to say it before I started the other conversation, but yeah. So dang, I really want to try to think about what I was going to say. Jeez, what was it? Oh, and I think I found something in that Coburn Bible too that I might want to bring out. So this might be a little longer video than normal, but you know, I mean, the time now is we gotta start seeking the Most High, you know, and David too, because that's in Ezekiel. It tells you to seek the Most High and David our King. So we supposed to be seeking him too. What else? I was gonna tell y'all something else too. But listen, we need to I want everybody to take some time, sit back, right, and think about really try to remember sins that you have committed. Because remember, you're supposed to speak the sin that you've committed to. So try to think of, you know, almost try to think of the sins you've committed, even if today, because now we have to, we really got to start repenting, you know, correctly, and we need to start fasting. You know, no food, no water for an entire day. We really need to get on that, because that purifies us. So I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we really need to start doing. And brothers and sisters, I'm asking y'all, let's get on the ball game and let's start making our Father happy, you know, because we're really seeking him and we're doing everything that he says to do to appease him, especially when it comes to repenting. Oh goodness, yeah, I can't park with one hand. Yeah, it's big behind truck. All right, my brothers and sisters, I will be doing my video tonight. So, shalom, shalom, shalom.